What's up? It's Ben, and in this video, I'm going to share how to prevent and also handle the top 3 objections, which are, let me think about it, that's too expensive, and now's not a good time. Really quick, if you're a closer going to sell for somebody else, usually they'll get you to do like a mock call or a role play, so it's really important to know how to handle these objections too if you've never sold for anyone before. But anyway, let me just tell you with the very first objection, let me think about it. What do most people say? Oh, like, what do you need to think about, bro? well, you know, the most successful people in the world, they don't have to think about it. Duh. That's not what we do. Okay, so I'm going to talk about, first of all, how do we not prevent this, but like, how do we handle it when it comes up? So what you say is, yeah, dude, that's not a problem. I'm glad you have to think about it, but I'm curious, do you feel like this process that I just walked you through can help you get this result though? Yeah, okay, well, what makes you feel that way? Well, I really like that you have this and this. Okay, and so I suppose, what's coming up for you that makes you want to go and think about it? So really, we got to get them realigned to the result. And then you can say, well, what do you have to think about in a different way? And you say, so what's coming up for you that's making you want to go and think about it just to see if I can help? And then it's usually going to go to the money, which is the second objection. So, oh yeah, it's just a lot of money. Say, dude, not a problem. Now, if you had the money, let's say the 10K, would you do it? Yeah, I would. Okay. And so would you say it's just a matter of like, I guess you could say, is it just a matter of like, it's out of your budget right now, or is it that you actually just, don't want to do the program? You can say that too. I typically say, would you do it? They go yes. And then say, okay, cool. Is it fair to say that you just don't have like 10K on hand right now? Or is it that you do have the money, but you're not really sure if this is like the right thing moving forward? And so from there, it's like, if they don't have it liquid, then we can go into payment plans, right? But if they are unsure, then it's like a fear objection. I'm not going to talk about fear objections in this call. I did an objection handling training on that, so you can go check that out. But let's just say, yeah, I want to come up with a price, or I want to come up with a payment plan that'll work for me. You go, okay, cool. You go through that. Let's say you logistically work out something that fits within their budget, and they go, okay, cool. Well, it's just now I'm just not so sure if now is the right time. And then you would say, okay, well, let's talk about it, right? What do you mean now is not the right time? The most successful people, they do it now. You don't say that. Like Elon Musk, he wouldn't sit around doing this. Don't say that. Like, let's just say, okay, now's not the right time, Ben. Gotcha. Well, how much time do you feel like you need to get this going? Like, or how much time do you want to, or how much longer do you want to wait until you actually fix this problem though? Maybe like a month. Okay, cool. Like, what's going to change in a month though? Just to see, again, if I can help. Often what you'll get is nothing. It's like, oh yeah, I'll just be like less busy. It's just busy. Oh, okay. So it's more so like, is it bandwidth, or is there something specific that's happening in a month where you'll have, I don't know, you can't do it until then, right? So I call those timing or bandwidth. Bandwidth is like, I don't have the time in the day right now to execute on this. And so if they go, yeah, it's just bandwidth, then you can ask, well, like, hold on, I don't think I've explained how long do you think this program actually will take you to execute? And like, oh, I don't know, like 10 hours a week. Like, dude, no, it's only gonna take like 2 hours. Like, oh, well, okay, shit. All right, so from there you could close that guy because we got rid of the logistical objections, and let's just say that he doesn't have fear-based objections or partner. I know I said I'm gonna go into partner. I'm not gonna do that right now. So let's talk about how to prevent these objections, right? Because I don't like going through all this objection handling. The only objection I want to handle is like, which card should you use? I don't know, like use the Amex or use the Visa, I don't care, right? And so starting at the top with now's not the right time. Or like, let me think about it. So before you get to the pitch, you're gonna wanna ask something like, well, like what makes now the time that you wanna solve this? Why not just put this off? And well, okay, and like before you pitch them, you go, well, I'm curious, like given the fact that we just walked through your entire problem, and I'm in my pitch, I'm like, okay, like if we were to bring you on as a client, would you show up committed and coachable to actually doing this? Yes. And I ask a few more questions. I ask a time commitment question. do you have the bandwidth to put into fixing XYZ problem? We generally recommend X to Y hours, whatever it is, 5 hours a week at the gym or whatever you sell. And they go, yeah, I do. Okay, and you believe this will work for you. Yeah, well, why though? Well, what makes you so sure? Or what do you feel like would be most valuable? And if I get uncertainty here, I don't pitch, right? I typically will ask, most people do a scale of 1 to 10 question, I want a scale of 1 to 10. I like to ask, okay, is there any reason why you can see this not working for you? And they go, well, no, I don't think so. That's actually a way better question, scale of 1 to 10, because then you're like, well, what makes you a 7 and not a 10, right? It's not necessarily a bad question. I just like asking, is there any reason why I feel like this wouldn't work for you though, and it's worked for so many of our other clients? And just listen to them, because if you ask, do you believe this will work for you? This is a temp check. Do you believe this will work for you? And they go, yes. What makes you feel that way? And they go, well, this and this and this. They're reselling themselves. And then if you hear uncertainty, they're like, I don't know. I heard this on my call. I asked, is there any reason you feel it wouldn't work for you? And the guy said, no, I guess not. But he hit me with oh, can I start this next month? I was like, well, dude, what's going to change in a month? And he goes, nothing. Let's do it. Anyway, so when it comes to let me think about it, that's how you prevent that. You're getting them to tell you why now's the right time, why they're committed, why they're going to have the time to execute, why they believe it'll work for them. It's very hard for them to go, let me think about it. Okay? Unless you really missed something, you really just you weren't listening to them. And when you're telling them, going through your pitch, does this make sense? And you can tell they're just whoa, this is perfect, right? But sometimes when people are just checked out, or they're just you can tell they're kind of just waiting to hear the price, and they just won't listen to you. So anyway, lots of stuff there that we don't have time to talk about in this video. With someone's payment plan, well, how do you prevent that objection that they don't have enough money to do it? Well, the most simple question is, hey, well, how much money do you have set aside to fix this problem, right? Most simple question. Now, the thing is, they will say, well, it depends. It depends on how much your program costs. And you go, no, actually, that's not what I'm asking. I'm saying, how much money do you have set aside to fix the problem? And I'll give you a very specific example or two, but because if they say, I have $5, I would probably recommend you go buy a book, or you go on YouTube, go Google something. If you have $10,000, and let's say I'm your personal trainer, then I will say, hey, man, you can buy all this food. You can buy this maybe this gym equipment. I don't know. You can buy these supplements. You can buy fucking TRT. You can do a lot of stuff, right? You can go get cosmetic surgery. I don't know, but that's what you're really trying to figure out here. And this frame, the way that you frame this question is, you want to frame it in a way that it's in their best interest to answer it honestly. So if you go well, how much money do you have, or something like that? What's the number in your bank account? My favorite question, my favorite joke question. Basically, let's say that you're selling something where you're helping agencies grow, right? You're a business coach or something. You're working with coaches or somebody, and you want to know how much money they have exactly. And well, what's your revenue? Da da da. People could really fudge their numbers. Yeah, I'm making $20K per month, but it turns out they only made $20K 6 months ago, and this last month they made negative $4K because they're idiots, and they just went to Vegas and blew it all, and they didn't close any deals, and now they're freaking out, and their bank account is $2. So what you could say is hey, listen, okay, so there's two ways that you can grow your business. There's the slow way, organic way, which is DMs, content, so on and so forth. It's free. It's just going to take way longer. And then there's the fast way to grow your business, which is using ads, VAs, setters, this and that, automations, AI, whatever. And all this stuff, it's way faster. It's going to compress the time frame, but it costs money. So do you want to go the slow way or the fast way? Well, I want to go fast. Okay, cool. Just so that I can help you come up with the most effective plan, how much do you have right now set aside to put into growing this business so that you can hit 20K? That's how you say it, right? Before you ever get down to the end of the freaking sales call, and you're like, oh, this guy has no money. So there's other frames you can go into, like another one, if you're selling a biz op, which is what we used to do. I'm like, what's your goal, man? Like, how much money do you want to make doing X, Y, Z? And they go, dude, I want to make 20K per month. What would you do with it? Oh, dude, I would love to go on a trip to like Hawaii. Like, oh, a trip to Hawaii, bro? Like, why? How much would that cost? Oh, like, I don't know, like 10K? Well, why not? Why don't you just go now? And they're like, well, I just don't have the time. Oh, okay. But that's actually like not the best example. If someone's saving towards a house, it's actually a very good example, because if you're like, what kind of house would you want? How many rooms? Like, how big would it be? How much does that house go for where you're looking for? Okay, it's this much. What do you have to put down for a down payment? Oh, 20K? Oh, like how far off are you from that? Oh, I already got it. Oh, why don't I just go buy it now? You know, like you can like basically, without directly asking them how much money they have, you can find out how much money they have. So there's like different ways to do this without coming across like an idiot, okay? And so the final one is just the time frame. And it's very simple. There's the two questions. Why is this important to you now? Why not just put this off? And the other one, you kind of want to also make sure that they don't feel like they can just do it themselves. But the other one is the simple time commitment, which is we generally recommend that you have X to Y hours per week to get the best results. Can you commit to that? Boom. And it's very hard if you ask all these questions in the right order, the right sequence before the pitch. It's very, very hard for them to come and go, okay, well, no, I actually got to go. I don't have time right now. It's like, hold on, you just told me like a few minutes ago that you do have time right now for these reasons. Did something change in the past 10 minutes or what? Like, what am I missing here? And they go, yeah, you got me. All right, fuck. Yeah, fuck. So that's objections. So hopefully that wasn't too confusing. I wasn't rambling too much. My brain is a bit wired from last night. I probably drank 6 Red Bulls. And anyway, it was Halloween. So I went as Alex Hormozi, but I looked like a lesbian. And that's how I'm going to end the video. Hopefully you like this. Subscribe. If you want help dialing in your sales process objections, I'm actually creating a new community. It's going to be, I think, $125 a month. And I'm going to go live multiple times a week. I'm going to put all my best stuff in there. It's going to be insane. People have paid me $5K for one-on-one coaching. I'm going to put all the same shit in there. It's stupid. It's a stupid idea, but it might be awesome. So stay tuned for that. And with that said, you have a great rest of your day. Lesbian Alex Hormozi out.